This is Declan Peachy. And this is Shane Carteret. And this is Dex and Shane do Whangarei.
G'day everybody and welcome back to Dex and Shane do Whangarei. We're here today at Hot Printz down here at Kino Street with Bill. How are you, Bill?
Good, thanks.
So you've been running since 1992?
Yes.
Yeah, and how has that been so far?
Well, I started off in my basement and we progressed through to premises in town, started employing people, and then this is our fourth premise, and we've been in this premises for 12 years now.
What are some of the crazy concepts that you get brought across the table? Because you make templates, don't you, so people can design their own?
Yep, yeah, we can do completely custom printed shirts. It's probably the craziest thing would be wedding night stuff, you know, onto negligees and things like that on occasion. But generally for us, run-of-the-mill, t-shirts, hats, sweats, promotional goods, that's what we do. Signage, stickers, things like that.
Awesome. So along with the signage, must be many businesses in Whangarei that have come to you for a lot of their business signage and uniforms?
Yeah, uniforms and business signage for sure. We do a lot of, most of our signage goes out of town. We print for nationwide clients, so we print, pack and send all around the country. And we have a couple that we send all the way from Invercargill through to Kaitaia. And that happens every month.
And that's from little old Whangarei.
Yeah.
So that's quite special in itself.
Yeah, we go through hundreds of linear meters of signage material per month, and litres and litres of ink. We print for a large promotional company down in Auckland, which gets us into a lot of the big corporates.
Okay.
We print for Telecom, TV3, Maori TV. We ran 4,500 shirts through Jim Beam 6 weeks ago. And Sky City did a big job for their latest promotional 30 cars in 30 days.
That's amazing. So likelihood is you've seen a lot of Bill's work out and about already.
90% of what we do is screen printing. So that's the oldest form of printing there is. The Chinese developed it once they developed silk from silkworms and be able to weave fabric and make silk mesh.
Yeah.
So hard plastics right through to fabric, even some shapes to a certain degree. We also have wide format digital printing here where we can print signage like this. Corflute signs is a huge part of what we do. We do all the real estate and building industry. Yep. Oh yes, plastic business cards, all that sort of thing. Awesome. So pretty much anything that's not paper really. We're not really interested in paper because you can run those through a printer at home or even into offset printers and that, so we don't really compete with those guys.
So tell us a little bit about the things that you help out with in the community, like triathlons and marathons and such things.
Yeah, we're a sponsor of Sport Northland, and we've also been a part of the Kids Triathlon since its inception. Yep. Every year we also sponsor the Northland Rugby.
Awesome.
And so we help out with their signage and all the playing gear, and we do all the add-ons for that. We did a lot of work with for the World Cup, all the Maori TV. Yep. So everything that they did. Also for the Telecom Roadshow, which they took around the whole country. Part of what we've done as well, we've also won a few awards. We entered in an entry into the Pride and Print Awards in 2007, and we won a gold medal. It's the only gold medal for the Pride and Print Awards in Northland. And the next year we entered a shirt as well, and we got a highly achieved, awesome. highly commended. So yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the keys to your success.
Well, pretty much we've tried to keep it real. I've got long-standing staff. I'm on my 4th apprentice now, so we've been contributing to the training in the country. we've got people, the guy that I put through my first apprenticeship 18 years ago, he's had his anniversary a couple of days ago. So that's how it works around here. They sort of come and never go.
That's good.
But it's really good because then everybody knows their job, they build up, they grow with the business, and so we have a real family atmosphere. And we all know what we're doing, so we do the best we can. Fair pricing, and to stay competitive.
Now with employment and stuff, how many staff up here do you actually employ at the moment?
Currently we're employing 12 and a part-timer.
So when you say apprenticeships, like how long does an apprenticeship take to become a printer, roughly, before you're certified and ticked off as competent?
Yeah, well the government's trying to get that to be shorter and shorter so they don't have to pay so much, but it's between 3 and 4 years depending on the person. So in the past I've had 3 screen printing apprentices and I've got a current one.
So now back in '92 when you started out, like how much of a role did computers play in that?
Well, we didn't have one. We bought our first computer in 1995 and we mortgaged our house.
Wow.
To buy it because it was so expensive. So yeah, we've gone a long way from there. Last year we put 7 computers in one go. So for about a third of the cost that it cost for our first computers. The difference was when pre-computer I used to produce artwork for 4 days a week and print for 1 day.
Okay.
And as soon as we put a computer in, we could do the artwork in 2 days for 2 people for the rest of the week. Well, we started off with purely hand printing equipment, which half of it we built ourselves. When we moved into our premise into town, I bought my first machine and a UV dryer to go with it, so brand new. And then from there we upgraded our equipment. As we got into our next premise, where we had a bit more room again, we put in a guillotine so that we could trim down our core flutes and self-adhesives. Plus we upgraded our printing equipment. Once we moved into this building here, which had a lot more room, it was 3 times the space, so we're running 570 square metres. And we put in our first automatic t-shirt printing machine, which we bought second hand. We ran that for 5 years, and then we since put in a brand new one, and completely brand new, state of the art, the best you could buy at the time. And along with that we run a state of the art gas dryer.
Wow. And
our entire textile department was brand new as of 8 years ago. So what the idea was to try and make that footprint as productive as we could without having to move into yet a bigger building. We've just expanded again, and we've put in a second wide format digital printer to keep up with the demand for our signage, and also we've expanded into embroidery.
Wow.
Which is a good fit for our promo products that we produce.
Yep.
And it's also been a request from a lot of our Auckland clients who want to send their stuff up to us, have some screen printing done on it and also some embroidery in the one place, sent back finished. We can print 3D onto t-shirts to a certain extent with stand-up prints that sort of build out.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But not many people want to pay for it.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So you do that puffy stuff as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we do the puff. The puff is pretty old-fashioned now, though. What they do now is a stand-up version, which comes straight out rather than just everything balloons out in all directions. Gives a much nicer and more predictable result. Again, though, people don't put a value on it enough to be getting enough orders for it, really. We usually do it for ourselves.
Customers are a key part in business, maintaining business, keeping things rolling. But we've also noticed that the whole emphasis on customer service has changed.
Right.
It's a lot better, friendlier. Customers are no longer really just the customer, are they?
No, they're not. Most of our customers, we can look back through our records and we can tell within a week when they're going to walk through the door. They usually, even our regular clients might only be people that come in once a year for a specific event that they have on. So for us, we can look back through our system, we proactively contact them, and we contact them well in advance so that they get their things together, and everybody's happy.
What's the biggest surface that you've had to print on so far?
Well, with screen printing, you're limited to the size of the screen. So one of the things that we do actually print a lot of is tents. There's a local company in town that supplies instant shelters that just concertina out, and we print all the roofs for them. They get sent all around New Zealand, some over to Australia and the Pacific, and so we basically print all their tents for them. On those, the surfaces can get up to as big as 6 metres by 3 metres.
Wow.
Of which we just keep doing multiples of printing to make up our full design. So that works really well. It's been something that we've been in partnership with them for many years, and together we've sort of built up our businesses around it. Oh no, we pass a lot of things on. Referrals, business referrals, anything that doesn't fit with what we do. We've been in business 21 years, have a huge number of contacts.
Yep.
Pass them around town, make sure that they head around town before they get on the internet and go down the road. So yeah, it's a big part of where I am. I buy my tyres in town, so I hope that those people come and buy their t-shirts here and their uniforms. So you know, that's the way it works. Hi there, Whangarei. It's Bill from Printz Screen Printing. Come on down and we'll look after you for promotional gear, signage, stickers, whatever you want to print. We also do embroidery now, so when you need something with your brand on it, come and see us. Thank you.
Do you want to do a little sign-off by yourself next to the sign or next to Dex? I know where that's going.
G'day, start again.
Yeah.
Take 2.
Yeah. We've done that many times.
It wasn't 2 and then turned into a 3.